My name is Mike Harkness. Back in 2000, I went through a horrific car crash that left me for dead. And when I was brought back, I had many unanswered questions. Join me and my team as we investigate the spirits that walk among us. OCP TV presents The Dead Tales.
So we came downstairs to the main gallery. We have a picture of Gus Grissom, Liberty Bell 7 spacecraft. He was the second American, third person overall to go into outer space. Yuri Gagarin of the Soviet Union was first. Alan Shepard of the United States was second, and Gus Grissom from Mitchell, Indiana, was the third human being into space. Gus Grissom was also the first person to go into space twice. When he went into space on the 23rd of March in 1965. He was on the Molly Brown, and he had named that craft Molly Brown after the Broadway play, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, because his first spacecraft, Liberty Bell 7, had sank when it splashed down in the Atlantic Ocean after his return from outer space on his first trip. So that's why he had named Gemini, is how most people say it, but it's not. It's Gemini. Gus Grissom pronounced it Gemini, therefore it's Gemini, not Gemini. So remember that the next time you talk about 0%. The space flight.
0%.
0%?
Yeah, we're still on, but we're at 0%. It's charging.
We always get technical issues here at the museum.
Just let them know if they lose us, we'll try to come back.
Yeah.
Okay? If we lose you, we'll try to come back. Gus Grissom was a true American hero, and he arguably is the most famous person from Lawrence County, and I would say second is Claude Akins, as far as famous people from our county. Both of them died on this date. Gus Grissom was in 1967, and Claude Akins was 1994. Ironically, oh, okay, can
this way.
This way?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get some of the display too.
All
so
right.
I can see some of the stuff.
Okay.
You're talking.
Gus Grissom and Claude Akins both died on January 27th, 27 years apart. Grissom, of course, 1967, and Claude Akins on the 27th of January, 1994.
Do you want to give us whole life of Gus Grissom? Do you have family?
Oh yes. Gus's wife just passed away in 2018, and he has two sons. Also, we have the Gus Grissom house in Mitchell, Indiana, and it's on Grissom Avenue. The address escapes me right now. There's a picture of it right here, and we have the Mitchell, Indiana school yearbook from 1944, which is the year that Gus graduated. So if you came to the Lawrence County Museum, you could look and see what Gus Grissom looked like his senior year of high school as well. Tragically, here we have the a copy of the Life magazine down here in the bottom display, and it's Grissom's funeral, the nation's goodbye. Here's a picture of him from the Apollo 1 mission that he was killed on. He was killed on a launch pad. They were just practicing. Plugs Out was the name of the training session that they were going through. Everything was unplugged, and it was the spacecraft was like it would be when it went into space. Unfortunately, the problem was that the spacecraft was pressurized to 16 pounds per square inch with pure oxygen, and that was just a fire waiting to happen. And that's how Grissom, White, and Chaffee lost their life on this date in 1967. There was a spark in the spacecraft, and the Velcro caught on fire, and the spacecraft was sealed, and there was no escape for the astronauts. And that happened, like I said earlier, at 6:31 p.m. on this date in 1967. Mike, do you have anything more to add?
No, go right ahead. We're doing
Okay.
good. We got 4 on here, so it's not much.
Okay, not much, but hey, at least we've got some. This was probably the greatest tragedy to befall our county, was the loss of Gus Grissom. Gus Grissom was actually scheduled to be the very first man on the moon.
Go ahead. Oh, it's charging. Okay.
You can actually look that up online and find that Gus was scheduled to be the first man on the moon, not Neil Armstrong. Gus Grissom was going to be the first man on the moon.
Pretty cool if it was.
So what is that?
The thing with the wires.
That's a piece of the spacecraft itself. And I don't know which, I'm supposing Liberty Bell 7. Because Liberty Bell 7, I believe it was 1999, Liberty Bell 7 was raised from the floor of the Atlantic Ocean after it had sank in 1961.
Who's figuring out that?
Well, there you have it.
So anybody have any questions for Ragu? We're not getting much action down here. We just wanted to be here for this moment because it's pretty cool. And we also, like I said, had the 27th is when Claude Akins died, but they was 27 years apart. So
The two most famous men from Lawrence County. There's no argument about the fact that these two are the most famous people from Lawrence County. And both of them are military veterans as well.
Right.
Both of them World War II veterans. Of course, Gus Grissom, that's another unique thing about Gus Grissom. Gus Grissom flew 100 combat missions during the Korean War and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. That was before he ever was considered to be a part of the astronaut corps.
Kylie's got a question. Ask us your question, Kylie. We'll put you on the spot. And don't ask if Ragu's a nerd or what.
Ragu loves Gus Grissom. I've got great respect for Gus Grissom.
Well, she's just talking overall. Anybody got any questions for Ragu on part of that's pretty interesting history on Gus Grissom, actually.
This is a really big exhibit.
Yeah.
It's like 3-4 pages.
We've got 3 astronauts from Lawrence County. Grissom's, unfortunately, Grissom is deceased. The other 2 are still alive, though.
3 and 3.
Well, it's Charlie Walker. We have his and Ken Bowersox.
Bowersox. He was on Tool Time, or what's that? With Tim Allen.
Bowersox was.
Yeah. What was that called?
Not The Last Man Standing, but
Yeah, the other.
the one right before it.
Yeah. Tool Time.
Was that what it
Tool
was?
Time. Okay, I didn't know that, but that's not surprising. But you come down here during the day, during normal open hours, and you will
We
be able to look at this
Let-
much closer.
oh crap. We've lost. We're done.
We're done.
Thank you very much.
No, I mean his phone died right in the middle of the questions.
Okay.
If we can go to another
Yeah, hurry, go to the
location,
other
I
room.
can pull it up on my computer. I need all that, my plug in there.
So everybody loves a good ghost story. Everybody wants to find out what goes bump in the night. Join us as we tell you real ghost stories, and we'll try to show you what really goes bump in the night. OCP of Indiana presents Dead Tales. Take 30 minutes, watch it, and you decide.